Michael Brennan not happy.
And I think they're right. I think they're right. The Thundersticks are lucky.
So this time, Scott Brennan will go back to the left. So they're mixing it up, if nothing else.
Well, you want uncertainty. You want to create uncertainty in the defence, and there's Brennan shifting positions.
And well saved. Brilliant save, Damon Deletti.
And of course, all of the movement at the top of the circle is about nothing, because what we're going to do is flick it very hard, as Elder did. And that's a great save by Deletti. Well, might have even hit the stick of the defender.
Yeah, I think he was helped when you see the replay. Anyway, you'll take the credit, Damon Deletti.
It certainly sounded like a glove. But the Thundersticks are under siege, and they have to weather this if they're to win this match. This is a similar pattern to what we saw in the semi-final with Queensland. Lovely pass there, and Webster's away.
Yeah, Scott Webster picked that up brilliantly.
He's a very clever player, Webster, but he's almost got to do more. You've got to expect more from him. I'm not sure that he's working hard enough.
So the Thundersticks going deep into attack. Challenged by Queensland.
Michael Brennan a bit angry there. He's got to control that. He's playing well. They're making chances, but they've got to be patient.
Rick, you made the point that the Queenslanders have been putting the pressure on, but I wonder what it does for their confidence when they've had a succession of penalty corners and haven't been able to convert any.
Well, yeah, it can shake you, but you've just got to keep doing it. And what they're doing is working. They're playing well. They're controlling the ball fairly successfully. They've got some penetration up the front. I think they just have to keep at it.
Hopkins across to Goodwin. Back to Carruthers. Just waiting to pick his mark, Stu Carruthers. In fact, that mark was Michael Brennan. Then back to Scott Brennan. Runs hard, pushes it out to his brother. Brennan works it just inside the circle. Ryan Zilk to Scott Brennan.
Brennan made the interception there and broke from the middle of the field. It's hard to counter him if he makes those sorts of interceptions in the middle of the field.
The thing is, he's so quick as well. And a green card. Green card being given to Paul Goodwin, and that's an automatic 2 minutes in the sin bin.
And I think it was off his stick. He's a bit unlucky too. Umpire General is getting a few wrong here.
Yeah, I don't think he hasn't been happy for a while, Paul Goodwin, feeling that a few things have gone against him.
Yeah, I think he's very quick round his feet, and I'd give him the benefit of the doubt there. I think he's a bit unlucky.
Well, can Queensland capitalise? While Goodwin is in the sin bin for 2 minutes, Baden Shoppy trying to turn defence into attack for the Perth Thundersticks. Looked to get his pass away to Scott Webster. He wasn't able to take it. Queensland come up with possession near halfway. To Ryan Zilk out on the right wing. Michael Brennan in the midfield for the Blades. Brennan looks for his mark, goes back to Zilk. Lee Bottomade, the Queensland captain, looks to work inside the circle. Comes to nothing though for him.
Queensland have got to make sure they don't get frustrated. I think we've got to see more from Scott Webster. He's played for Australia. He's got to make a more significant contribution. They have to get the ball to him, and he has to penetrate. But here's another turnover.
Ian QLD losing it. Inside the circle and flicked in. No. Saved again. Damon Deletti doing all of the hard work. Butler thought he was home, but Deletti, brilliant stop.
Well, Butler's shot hit the post. That's bad luck. And Scott Brennan thought he had it here, but Deletti gets back brilliantly. That's the ball you've got to lift, though. You've got to roof that one.
Well, that's one that Queensland could well rue at the end of this game. Dean Butler thought he was home, but Damon Deletti just never give up. And a terrific save.
Good work there by Scott Webster. If he gets into the game, then perhaps they can get some more drive in the midfield. But at the moment, they're really missing that.
11 minutes remaining until half-time. 1-1 it is between the Perth Thundersticks and the Queensland Blades in the Fox Sports Cup final.
This is the blood rule, I think. Zilke, is it?
Yeah, Ryan Zilke, I think. Just going to the blood bin. QLD working with Goodwin, who's back after his stint for 2 minutes after being yellow carded.
And that's a penalty stroke because he deliberately played it with his foot, and we saw that one. That's the correct decision.
Yeah,
he moved his foot into line. That's the correct decision there, but a bit unfortunate for Queensland because they should have had the same decision at the other end just 5 or 6 minutes ago, and certainly they've had the better chances this quarter.
Can't complain about that one, Brett Johnson. So Paul Goodwin comes up to take his second penalty stroke of the game. Aaron McCarthy in goal for Queensland.
You go the same side or you to change it? That's always the question.
Goodwin scores, and the Thundersticks are in front for the first time. Perth lead Queensland by 2 goals to 1.
And the answer is you go in the middle.
Number 2 to number 10, Paul Goodwin. Thundersticks leading 2-1.
In the middle, but over the goalkeeper, I reckon. Yeah, look at that. Off the goalkeeper into the net. It's the power that beat him there.
Mark Hagar there, looking nonplussed about the events, even though his side have hit the lead for the first time.
He ought to be a bit concerned about the middle of the field because they're not doing as well as they ought there, and really Queensland have had the better of it. But they haven't finished.
I think Greg Browning would be a little concerned too, to tell you the truth, Rick, that he knows that it'll be tough for his side to come from behind late in this game. Free hit to Queensland. Inside the circle, but losing it. Baden Choppy comes away with it for Perth.
Cool play by Choppy. Well done. Good.
Was well done.
Good work.
Ian QLD working away out wide with Guy Bolton. Greg Corbett wasn't too happy about that. He looked up at the umpire, hoping for a free hit. Didn't come his way.
And the problem for Corby is, of course, he can only play in short bursts because I don't think he's got the legs to last.
But through this final series, Mark Hagar's used him very well in that regard, Rick.
Oh, I think that would be the plan, and yes, if he can be on for the corners too, that's always a bonus. But interestingly, the last time he was on for the corner, they did the other variation. Of course, if you're defending, you expect it might go to Corbett, so that provides you with some deception. But Corbett's passing's not as crisp as we usually would have seen it.
Queensland, another attacking opportunity.
Well, I think Elder was off balance there, but he's a bit unlucky not to get more, and he's won a corner here. Well done.
Penalty corner to Troy Elder. Yeah, he looked up at the umpire the first time, maybe in more hope than anything else, but wins the penalty corner at the second attempt.
And maybe he's a bit lucky there because he was shielding the ball with his stick. That's a ploy that the Europeans are very good at, and he's won the corner. But there's real strength about Elder. That's what I like about him. There's real strength in his ball control, and he probably deserved a corner there.
Again, Queensland go back to their left. Scott Brennan with the push out. Again gone wide, so they're just not able to convert any of the penalty corners, Queensland, and they've had a rash of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure they actually stopped that ball outside the circle either. But again, that's a minor detail. Yeah, they haven't finished those, and they'd be disappointed with that. And sometimes you can then start, what do we do next? Because they've run out of all their tricks.
Yes, and you start to become just a little bit frustrated with the way things are going. Scott Brennan has the ball taken from him. Good work by Perth. Baden Choppy. Crossfield to Scott Webster. Webster gets it inside the circle. Brian Johnson, though, defends.
And I'm pleased with Webster. He's starting to do more. That's making a difference, you know. He had to do more, and he's working hard.
Free hit goes to Brian Johnson. Perth lead Queensland 2 goals to 1. All bad work, and Brendan knew that. Made a mistake, Michael Brendan, to give away possession. Now can Perth capitalise on it? No, they can't. Choppy. Looks for Goodwin. Finds him. Gets it up inside the circle. Scott Webster tried to flick it through past Aaron McCarthy. Didn't come off for him.
Much better, and they're connecting with their passes. They're holding the ball in their forward line, looking a bit more accomplished and starting to get some composure about their game.
So quick, Baden, choppy, and when he works in tandem, Rick, with Paul Goodwin, who's so brilliant in the midfield, they're a very, very potent attacking weapon.
Well, Baden Choppy, of course, played brilliantly in Atlanta, and that form continued for a year or two. He's been disappointing and out of the Australian squad over the last year, but I think his form in this competition suggests that there's time for a recall there, because he certainly has the class to make a real difference for Australia next year.
Well, he certainly played very well through this year's Fox Cup. Free hit going to WA. Greg Corbett to take it. Just didn't connect as he would have liked, and Scott Brennan comes away with it for Queensland.
And most uncharacteristic for Corbett there.
Gets his chance to atone, Greg Corbett. Yeah, he normally is.
Yep.
Aaron Hopkins. To Scott Webster. Confronted by Brian Johnson. Gets it around him. So you get the feeling that Perth are just starting to mount some pressure, and the run of the game starting to go their way. And Queensland finding themselves over the last few minutes of this second quarter back inside their circle on so many occasions. And even when they do start to come forward, Perth are able to cut it off pretty quickly and turn that defence back into attack. And
someone like Webster, who is a very skillful player, is starting to use some of that skill. And here we have another turnover.
Ian Kirkeldy. Daniel Davison. Trying to get around Michael Brennan. Oh, good work, Daniel Davison. Does well. And draws the free hit.
You want the ball out of there. You want it the other side quickly.
Carruthers.
Ooh.
To Goodwin. To Hopkins.
That's better.
Yeah, now they start to clear it. Wishart. Away to Bevan George. Then to Kirkeldy. Starting to get a run on. Trying to work it inside the circle, and does so. Kirkeldy confronted by Brian Johnson. The shot cleared by Aaron McCarthy.
Really a very good piece of play there to get the ball to the other side quickly down the field, and then a pretty good chance set up there. Scott Webster didn't really make the best of it.
But once more, it's Queensland under a little bit of pressure inside their own 25. Webster loses possession though. Paul Goodwin gives away the free hit, and will get a card too, Paul Goodwin.
Oh no.
Another green card, that's his second, so he'll have another 2 minutes in the bin.
Well, I think he's a bit unlucky there. Again, he got the ball, probably deserved but he hit the ball, you know. I think he's unlucky again. Certainly there's been worse things that have been untouched. Lovely ball by Brennan.
Bevan George trying to take that ball. Can't do so. Queensland get the free hit. Elder. Almost lost possession.
Kirkeldy filling the middle now with Goodwin off.
Baden Choppy also
Baden
having
Choppy
a rest.
waiting, yeah. Well, he's so quick. It's better when you're a player short, you need those legs on the field.
3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Perth lead Queensland by 2 goals to 1. Dancer. Sean Dancer. His pass on to Nathan Eglinton. Back to Johnson. Then to Dean Butler.
And WA just stretching back into the 25. There are a whole line of them across the field, but they've been penetrated.
Dancer. Sean Dancer tried to get around Aaron Hopkins into the circle this time. And a penalty corner. Another penalty corner for Queensland.
If you're going to press back there, then you can't allow them to fire a pass through as they did then. And here it is in the circle. Difficult to see, but the umpire was right there, and there wasn't too much complaint about it.
So the push-up taken by Queensland, and the flick unsuccessful. So yet another penalty corner goes begging as Baden Choppy comes back.
Well, Elder flicks the ball fast, but you've got to get it on line. You've got to make the goalkeeper make a save.
Yeah, and that time Damon Deletti didn't have any work to do whatsoever. It was just badly judged.
But a goalkeeper like Deletti can intimidate the flicker if he's on having a good day, and perhaps they're just looking for a little bit more, a little bit further in the corner, and that's why they go wide. So just under a minute and a half remaining. 16-yard restart.